Okay, man, so this is the Warnator here. Got this trailer here that we're gonna try to straighten out. As you see, looks like someone patched it there. I had to cut off some bracing. Anyways, if you look towards the back, you can see how it dips down. Maybe that's not a good angle. Let me come back here. There you can kind of see how it's kind of bent there. So looks like it's bent up there up front by that original bend. We're gonna try to straighten this, and this is a backyard straightening technique I want to share with you guys. So just hang on a minute, let me get set up, and we'll show you how we're going to straighten this. Okay, so we got it kind of up on jack stands, the trailer here on jack stands, you can see that. You can see we got some levels on the beams here. If you look at this one, looks like that bubble, that bubble's pretty level, so at least we have a reference from there. And then if we come down and look at this level, I don't know if you can see that. It's you can see how much of a bend is actually in this trailer. So looks like it's right about here is where it's bent at. Where the A-frame comes in and bends. It's a little chintzy galvanized boat trailer, so I think we can basically re-bend this and straighten it out for them. But anyways, we'll see. Hang on, let me get set up some more, and I'll keep videoing and show you the setup as we go. Okay, so as you see, here's the setup. I kind of used I had a Prt1 power here, 10-ton Prt1 power, and we just strung a chain from the front of the trailer up here over the top of the gooseneck, or not Prt1 power, sorry, Prt1 power, to the rear of the trailer here, where we took off the rear roller, and we basically got the chain wrapped around the rear frame. The trailer is up on jack stands, and I had to, for the rear, had to raise the jack stands a little more because we were bending the trailer. So basically, I want to make sure I get it level. See back now, where I showed you before, the bubble's right in the middle of that level there, and I've got the Prt1 power sitting on a big chunk of steel. And this is just basically a railroad tie. This next level, which is the front half, is got a little overbend. If you can see, the bubble's not quite in the center of the lines, but it's a little past. I just put a little bit of an overbend in there because once we release the Prt1 power, this trailer is going to probably bow backwards as it springs back, and we're going to have to do this slowly and just kind of keep overbending a little. Let it settle, and then let it bring back just until we get, both frame the front frame and the rear frame, tubes straight again. It's going to take a couple, it takes a couple tries. It takes a couple tries on your setup here. This is probably about the third setup I had to do. I did put a piece of wood up here just to give me a little more room and a little shim. That's actually a piece of oak flooring, that I put in my house. Is just an extra piece I had, so that's not really a cheap pine. I don't recommend using any cheap wood. Even this railroad tie is actually oak. It's a piece of oak. So anyways, let me give it a couple more tries, and we'll see if we can get this straight, and I'll show you how straight it gets after we relax the chains. So hang on a minute. Okay, well, I had to put another shim up in here to get that chain up just a little higher, as I was running out of my ram was running out of dead ending and hitting its bottom. But if you come down here to this front section of this trailer here, the chain's nice and tight. You see the level, I got it's overbent right now, just trying to stretch the metal slowly. It's probably my third time trying to do this. You hear it creaking. Now if I pick up my level, this will give you a good idea how much I have it actually overstretched. You can see that gap under there, underneath that level on where my thumb is. That's a good 1/4 inch. This trailer is going to probably spring back still. I'll show you what I mean by spring back as I let this off. I don't know if you see that. You see that trailer just rising up. What I mean, you can tell because now look at the bubble level. It's you know, it was all the way down to this end, and now it's pretty much in the center. But my ram isn't down all the way, so there's still some force. There's still some force being driven right down on this axis here. That's what the chains are going to do. The chain is going to pull that rear end up. You know, as your ram goes up, it's going to drive this down, is what you're trying to bend. You know, at the same time, you're going to, you know, pull and react from the front of the trailer. So basically, you're trying to get the force to come up through the chain and then drive it down, you know, and right here to re-straighten this trailer out. This is looking pretty good here. Let me let off the hydraulics a little more and see if we can get that to bottom out.